final message that I got was because you guys are taking actions to do the unexpected, you guys are reaping the unexpected, right? Because you're sowing these seeds. And what I mean by the unexpected, a lot of it is unexpected by people in your life or what people expect of you. It's something about energies hoping that you return to a pattern of behavior involving them, whether that be allowing them access, giving them or regranting them access back into your energy, or falling into like giving into traditions. People are hoping that certain traditions and holidays and stuff like that will reel you back in into their life, like into their energy or whatever, right? Or give them like that open door into yours. You know, like, oh, Merry Christmas. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, happy anniversary. Oh. It's something about you not doing the ordinary. You're not doing the expected. You switched up something about your routine, or a routine like behavior pattern, or whatever the case may be, right? Tradition. So heavy emphasis on tradition, right? And as a result, you guys are reaping this similar type energy back. So if you are experiencing like doubt, like fear, anxiety, or this energy of, oh, something's not going to happen, or this is going to happen again, and yada, 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 y'all, this is not y'all's energy. These are projections of people whom you've left behind, people who volunteered to be enemies in this lifetime towards you, whether that be karmic family, karmic friends, karmic partners, karmic business associates, whatever the case may be, right? This is these people's energy, and they're projecting this onto you because they want you to feel hopeless. They want you to feel like you're not going to get, these beautiful things in life or your heart's desires. So they're wanting you to, in a way, manifest against yourself. Okay. So yeah, that's the channel message. Another channel message is something about a round table type of energy. And what I mean by that is strategies are up for discussion, up for debate. Like, what are we going to do next? Or what can we do, to put an end to this, to deter this person, to stop this person. It's giving that energy, and whomever is like the lead or like the main lead of this discussion, this debate, right? It's something about them not being satisfied with with the suggestions being put on the table or something like that. I don't know if some individuals got themselves in a situation where they're like indebted to somebody, because it's given, I was hearing like a dictatorship type of energy. So something about that is significant. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Another thing too, another message I was getting is something about a curse or a generational curse with women being with men who have double lives or something like that. It's something about you guys escaping this generational curse. So this could have been, so whether this be your paternal family or your maternal family, or both, right? There is something heavily significant about karmic masculines, or women being with karmic masculines, or men being with karmic feminines who are living a double life, and them just settling with that. So you got a second chance here, reconciliations, making amends, and opportunity. And then you have clinging, holding on, obsessing, and spying. So you could definitely have people wanting this second chance energy with you and clinging. I'm hearing spirit say be discerning, because you also have the releasing card here, and then you have divine masculine, broken and silenced and influences. And then you have peace and pride. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying be discerning of this second chance energy is because you're gonna have to discern what energies is time to release and what energies who deserve access to you. So it's something about you having like a 360 perspective or carefully evaluating, analyzing your connections here, especially involving your divine counterpart, because they've definitely had some type of influencers or influences around them that are broken. Okay, maybe they could have tried to encourage this person to live some type of double life here, but you have chemistry. So it's something about a strong chemistry that you have with this person. And then we toss around the word chemistry, like as it pertains to like being compatible, having connection, and fluency, fluidity. But chemistry, if we really think about it from like a scientific perspective, it's about like figuring out cures and solutions and resolve, what chemicals or what what things pair well together to generate, something of use, something, like I said, can will some type of solution. Okay, so it's something about a balance with, it's something about you guys balancing, like your two energies together are very balancing or harmonizing. Or the good chemistry is that, let's say, if there is some type of imbalance or uproar going on, right, or an emotional storm, this is not somebody that's going to gaslight you, kick you while you down, use that as an opportunity to one up you, or to use that as fuel to fuel their ego, or gain some type of boost in their self-esteem, or develop some type of self-confidence from seeing you down. Instead, this person, they don't have peace in that. They don't find peace in you being disturbed in your peace, right? And yeah, you got soulmate here. You got soulmate here. And if there is some type of cloudy judgment going on with you or that person, this is somebody who wants to communicate with you thoroughly. They're going to take the time to actively listen and engage. They're going to create space for you to communicate your concerns, your emotions, your feelings. And there's something here about this coping, behavioral, emotional energy, or response that this divine partner, your divine counterpart, are going to have the patience and the understanding to work through with you, okay, to help you release whatever this coping mechanism is with them, okay, or let go of some type of tactic here or mechanism, something that you do. Yeah, because you got perspective and then you have resistance. Yeah, and with the resistance cards, you have secret admirer, suppressing, and timid. Then you have perspective, better off, happiness, clear headspace. So in this connection or in connections that are divine, there's gonna be space created, a safe space created where you guys are able to clear your head with one another, right? Opposed to these energies where you're going to have to discern, where they may look for, or they may wear a mask in the meantime just to kind of like get you to let your guard down, something like that. And then once they're in, they try to, like strike you, go in for the kill or something like that. So if you know that there's energies that have a repetitive history of being or acting in this manner with you, it doesn't matter how long this facade that they may hold up of being welcoming and loving. You guys are at a point where you're understanding that your sensitivity is not your sensitivity is not a weakness, right? Your sensitivity to energy right? You're just really able, or you understand like that is the essence of discernment and intuition, right? Being sensitive to frequencies and stuff like that. So regardless of flattery, just like how Solomon talks about in Proverbs, right? Regardless of flattery, right? Of how people may dress their words, when they speak to you, or, the smiling face, right? You guys know how to pick up on the actual accurate frequency of what somebody is communicating to you, the energy, right? So yeah, there's something about individuals trying on this journey for a long journey in your life, that basically signed up to try to deter you from believing or trusting or understanding your intuition, your judgment, your discernment, or trying to use it against you, trying to use your sensitivities against you. Some of you guys may have heard the phrase, oh, you wear your heart on your sleeves and da 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 da. But, instead of it being used as people recognizing that you have a very pure heart, you're very sweet, you're very kind, they try to weaponize it against you to make you feel like this is something that you need to rid of yourself. This is something that is problematic. This is something that is damaging. This is something, that makes you naive and gullible, and, something that you should get rid of, right? But you understand that it's something about, look, you have twin flame here. So you and your twin flame can definitely mirror or have these shared feelings and reflections as it pertains to these people trying to demonize your sensitivity, right? You actually giving a damn, you actually feeling a certain type of way when something is genuinely wrong, like, or somebody's doing something wrong. It doesn't matter who they're doing it wrong to, especially if it's an innocent situation or somebody is innocent. You guys are not so caught up within yourselves that you don't have compassion naturally for innocent, people, individuals, places, or things, that are just unjustly, being treated or being mistreated. I'm hearing hard not life. So I don't know if someone resonates with that song, or somebody could be from New York, or something about New York could be significant. Brooklyn, J could be significant. Z could be significant in somebody's name or something of that nature, or it's something about somebody's childhood being, an unstable or distorted or rocky or imbalanced or something like that. Something being challenging from childhood is significant for somebody here. And then in the song, so the main part of the chorus is, instead of treated, we get tricks. So it's something about you guys literally having to walk a path of, regardless of you treating people with kindness and care and consideration, having these same people trick you or try to use that shit against you, literally, or count it as weak, you know um and this could have been very confusing, like, especially like from a child, from a preteen, from a teenager. This could have been very, very confusing energy. And I'm getting something about this may have made you vulnerable to escapism. Escapism. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with escapism, but we have to understand that anything that has a divine necessity, there's going to be satanic forces that try to invert the energy and create its own version of, God's version of things. So, for example, like the saying that I will create a way for you to escape, I will create an escape for you, like away from evil, away from, snares of the enemy and stuff like that. The enemy also puts in place, forms of escapism that mimic freedom, that mimic, you know, basically that mimics freedom, like I said, right? Or some type of safe place, when in actuality it's a trap, right? It's a trap masqueraded as freedom, right? So that's when you get into people who escape into drugs or hypersexuality, toxic behaviors, leading their lives with fear and anxiety, okay? Fear of being hurt, fear of being abandoned, fear of being rejected, fear of not being accepted, all of these different things. So this is satanic forms of escapism opposed to escaping through authenticity, escaping through integrity, escaping through, at the end of the day, I know that I've done good by these people. I've done right by these people. I've done my best. I've done the best that I could do. I'm not about to sit here and allow these people to continue to ridicule me and make me feel like my best is nowhere near that, just because they want to take advantage of the position that they think they hold in my life, because they may be my parent, they may be my sibling, they may be my teacher, they may be my whatever, right? Whatever position that these people have or had, or title that these people had, that they decided to weaponize opposed to appreciate, right? And show gratitude. And a lot of the times it be something about you or within you that these people envy, right? That tempts them into acting in this manner and working against you, right? So it's always this switcheroo energy that they continue to try to do in order to cover up, the nastiness of their behavior, or to justify their behaviors, their unjust behaviors towards you, opposed to just being accountable, opposed to just looking themselves in the mirror and doing, introspection and doing that inner work, that shadow work, right? It's like what I call the Jerry Springer Mari conundrum. They get to point at somebody else's mishaps, or or create it, because we know that people also get into this thing of creating false narratives, okay, or emphasizing things, emphasizing stories, or dramatified or dramifying, things or scenarios, or being abusive with people's personal information, right? Using that as a topic of conversation, opposed to talking about themselves, or whatever the case may be. And maybe these people feel like there's not much interesting shit about themselves. Maybe, you genuinely do have interesting things going on with you, with your life, with your past, present, or future, right? But that does not justify or give people the right to, abusively use your energy in any way, shape, or form, in any type of abusive manner. And that abusive manner could be, maybe you don't like people in your business, okay, or that sets grounds for people to, start to speculate, you know um, you just got to be careful with that, because now I'm getting the energy of, like, when they put out on the social media that a celebrity has died or something like that, and we know thought, energy, words are spells, all these things are very, 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 very powerful in the unseen realm, right? It's that energy of let there be light. Before there was anything, there was darkness. Let there be light. Just with those words, something tangible and physical was created. So if you put out a rumor, somebody puts out something, oh, this person died, this person's sick, and then you got all these people with their spiritual power of their soul, right? Their breath, speaking this thing into existence, or even fathoming the thought, and carousing with that information, that really can generate, this cloud of energy that can cause mishaps on that individual, so it's giving that energy. But so something's being shattered here, in regards to the divine masculine, okay? Something's being shattered or destroyed. You got intuition and heart fog. Heart song, telepathy, inner knowing, mixed signals, block emotions, messed up. So y'all see how that's literally like a light and a dark energy. So manifesting the unexpected, you got perspective, and then you got karma. Consequences, cause and effect, and debts. Yeah. So for example, you may be used to people switching up on you. You may be used to people not keeping their word. You may be used to, okay, things seem good right now in this connection. Things seem good right now, but when is it going to go left? Or this person's probably not going to follow through. Or, oh, this is going to happen. Like I said, those projections of hopelessness that you have karma individuals projecting onto you. Because if we're really, here's the thing, the type of character, the type of lifestyle you have, chosen to live, the journey that you went on, the way your faith is set up, the way your mental, your knowledge, the way you explain information, and the effect and the positive influence that you have on people is, listen, a beautiful setup and fortitude of you manifesting a true divine union where your partner won't be living no damn double life like a lot of your karmic relatives that you witnessed, and you see them settling with, you see them faking their happiness, and you see them caught up in drama and focus on somebody else's life and gossiping about people and being nasty and being dirty towards people because they want to take their attention off their own mess at home. You guys witness this over and over again, or you witness this plenty times, plenty occasions, even outside of your actual family, but maybe with other people's families or people that you've dated or people whom you were friends with. You've witnessed it with their families, how these people live this facade. They put on this facade at church. They put on this facade at their workplace. They put on this facade with their friend circles and blah, 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 blah. But behind closed doors, they're settling with shit that in actuality, we don't have to settle for. We have free will and we have the power of choice. We do not have to settle for that. But because people be so caught up in vanities, people be so caught up on appearances and how things look and appear to other people, they literally choose to give in to imprisonment because they fear the mysteries of God. They fear the unknown. Because if we really talk about the unknown is a likeness of the mysteries of God. Death do us part. We know death represents what? Transformation, change, significant change, drastic change, change that conjures very, very intense and potent feelings and emotions. Change that can lead to rebirth or a birth or a birth of something, right? Death is not always the literal physical death of a person. When it says death do us part, death can be death to what? Death to loyalty, death to fidelity, death to trustworthiness or trust, death to, and no, this is not to say that trust can't be restored if worked upon, but there's just some things that it's hard to come back from. And I don't think that's fair to anybody to force themselves to deal with somebody whom they've been faithful to, whom they've been loyal to, and this person just go and fuck on somebody else. I don't think that's fair to anybody to force themselves to deal with something like that just because y'all agreed initially to being a committed, faithful connection that may have been established initially. But when does death come? Death comes when there's some type of drastic change to that initial covenant. Death do us part. So you guys are doing the unexpected, okay? Because the expected may be, like we just said, for you to just stay and, and settle and just deal with abuse. Maybe that's the expected, for you to return to abuse, for the simple fact that that's your family, for the simple fact that, oh, y'all been friends for years and years and years. So what's expected of you is, hey, but we got a history together. Hey, but we family, we blood though, we blood though. What the fuck that mean? So because you guys again are doing the expected, you're reaping the unexpected, and that unexpected may be, you reaping a partner that's outside of the norm. You reaping like things manifesting that's outside of the norm, even if it's talking about duration. Let's say something typically takes a certain amount of time, but you manifest it in a shorter time span. Let's say, you know, somebody was able to gain something in a short amount of time, but and let's say it may have taken a little bit longer for you, but whatever they manifested in a shorter time frame turned out to be toxic, turned out to, be damaging and destructive in a negative vibration, opposed to you something taking a little bit longer for you, and then when you gain that, right? It surpasses, people's deepest, truest desires, especially like as it pertains to a divine union, a true divine marriage, a true divine family, okay? However that family may look like, even if it's not blood, even if it's not your actual relatives. Let's really break down the word relative. I'm not about to pull up the etymology or none of that. I'm just about to speak intuitively. So relative, relatable. Relative. Is it relative to my life? Let's really think about, other origins and definitive meanings of something being relative to you. Is it relative to my purpose? Is it relative to the direction that I'm taking my legacy? Or does it oppose it? Does it risk decreasing the value and the potency and the integrity thereof? Does it risk damaging it, fracturing it, polluting it? You got open heart, receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. So you guys are manifesting a connection where no, it's not just the feminine that's receptive. It's not just the feminine that's empathic. That's empathic. It's not just the feminine that's vulnerable. It's also the masculine. The masculine also is receptive to that feminine. The masculine is also receptive to other individuals, right? Respectfully. The masculine is also empathic to his feminine, to himself, to energies around him. The masculine is also vulnerable selectively and wisely so. That's what you're manifesting. And doing the unexpected is not always easy. It's not always easy. It's not always easy. You got chemistry here again, and now you have divine feminine. So we already got divine masculine out here. Now we got the yin energy. Balance. Balance and harmony is strongly here with chemistry and intuition. The only thing missing is soulmate. And what I like about, so let's go through what all came out again, because let's really talk about balance. Let's really talk about unconditional love, right? Let's talk about it. Because y'all experience people that when shit was all good and sweet and you feel me, or when things seem, like perfect to say the least. Oh, they was diehard loyal. Oh, they was so friendly and loving towards you. Oh, they was this, they was that. They was willing to do this, they was willing to do that. But whenever trials and tribulations occurred, whenever there were temptations threatening the connection, threatening, the relationship, when people were tempted with money, tempted with greed, tempted with being an opportunist or being, tempted with opportunities, tempted with illusions and, oh, I'll give you this and I'll give you that, or you could have this, you could have that. That's so much better than settling with that person, than hanging in there with that person. Look what they got going on right now. Even though initially you guys could have really been popping, like shit could have really been popping. And you know what's also significant about that? Let's think about the beginnings of a connection. There's usually singlehood, right? You usually, on your own, you don't really have certain energies. You're not soul tied to a person and their karmic family, their generational curses. their lack of healing and trauma, lack of trauma transmutation, you're genuinely not within their energetic field and theirs merged into yours. When, and because you guys will notice when you do merge your energy with somebody else's, you may get hit with debris as a result. So before that occurs, before that merging happens, you're seeing in, in a more clearer version or light of who you actually are. But then somebody will connect with you, and with that blending of energy, you know how people say that people will confuse the light that they may be embodying as their own, but it's really yours. It's really because they're connected to you, divine feminine. They're connected to you, divine masculine. And these people, they start to get big headed. They really start to think that it's all them, it's just them. And this is not to say that they don't have their own, light or whatever, because, ideally, when y'all come together, you're meant to enhance what's within them. Let's say they have a faith of a mustard, the faith the size of a mustard seed. If you're truly a divine individual, your love, your faith in the Most High, right? Your journey, how you carry yourself and embody that divine light energy, the intention, right, is to enhance the divinity within whomever you come in contact with. Absolutely. But you have some people where it's more challenging for them to do what is required in order to really establish and ground that energy, because what's required, shit that you don't want to do, that shadow work, that spiritual warfare, that shit that don't feel good, that shit that hurt, that turmoil, that shedding. And if, of course, if you're trying to live in a divine manner, you're going to get attacked more than anybody else, in a sense, or people going to try you more often, because there's actually something to gain from trying you, type shit. Like people trying to steal your gifts, or trying to mirror your likeness, or trying to steal your intellectual property, your creative property, because they lack originality, they lack creativity, because they're not genuinely connected to source, because they're so hell bent on, what the fuck they look like to other people, and vanities and shallows, and being shallow and shit. They so hell bent on how the fuck they appear to other people, even if it takes being fake as fucking superficial. Oh, let me go get this BBL. Yeah. Let me go blow a bag, and even though I really should be investing in a home for myself, I should be investing in my health. I should be investing in, some wheels so I can get around and I can, I can manifest more. I should be investing in, building myself, to one day be a father, to one day be a husband, to one day be somebody that's noble, a leader, somebody that's essential to growth, that's conducive to other people's lives in a high vibration. Instead of investing in that degree, investing in my education, investing in improving and developing myself and healing myself, people want to invest in shallow vanities so they can appear like they're some shit when they're really not, when they're really void in the inside. Motherfuckers don't have no substance in conversation. They can't hang in real intellectual, sophisticated conversations or meaningful conversations. They ain't even gotta be super intellectual, super logical, super big worded. It ain't gotta be that. But people lack substance and just genuine understanding from a soul level. They can't even hold conversations of substance to that degree. But they sit here thinking that they somebody and they bigging or whatever because of the name brands they got on, because of how expensive their car is, and how expensive this is, how many bitches they got, how many niggas they got. Really? How fat they ass is? Really? You got some people, the basis of their confidence is the size of their dick. The basis of their confidence is, oh, what this pussy do or what this mouth do type shit. You get what I'm saying? Listen, listen. Time. It's time for some new beginnings. It's time for beginnings or something like that. It's time for some new shit. And look, then you got hopeless. You got hopeless. You got time, waiting, cycles, moments. But I heard something about some karmic energies literally just wasting time, wasting away, wasting away. wasting time to try again, wasting time to start over, wasting time to go in some type of new direction. Because they're in this hopeless energy, they're sinking in despair and falling apart. Realization of mistakes and karma, so and then confusion. Finality. Listen, there's some people that I'm gonna say what I heard. Some people are gonna have to get permanently left behind. There's something about some farewells that's in order. Some closure. And let's really talk about closure. A lot of times when we're talking about closure, we're talking about some type of emotional resolve, some type of mental resolve. But closure is also closing a door, closing a portal, closing whatever access points. And sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes it's required for you to put distance. Sometimes it's just, there's a time and a season for everything, and you have to be discerning. You have to be discerning with what level of closure people are going to have to get, or that you're going to have to give yourself. So whether that be, okay, I'm just going to put distance between me and this particular person for a year, for some months, for some weeks, for some days, for some hours, for some years, for a decade, right? You have to discern based on those people's actions towards you and the history of those actions, the pathologies of how they've shown up in your life and what type of influence and impact that they've made on your energy as a result. And how did it manifest for you and your purpose and your journey? Did it manifest as delays? Did it manifest as blockages? Did it manifest as confusion? Did it manifest as toxic cycles? Did it manifest as low energy or some type of fracture in your confidence or your self-esteem? Did it manifest in you not believing in yourself or you doubting your faith with the Most High God? Did it manifest in you doubting you actually receiving true, genuine, authentic, unconditional love and you being lovable, right? Did it manifest as some type of imbalances in your discernment and your intuition where you're constantly doubting, even as it pertains to people who are truly divine and upright? You doubting them because of karmic motherfuckers you holding on to or continually giving access to in your energy. Because if they're causing you to be in that energy, that's because they embody that energy to an extent very strongly. That is within their frequency. It's that deep. You got third eye. And you got beauty in the reverse. And when I'm getting from beauty in the reverse and third eye, we gonna really have to tap in on a soul level to what beauty truly is, and not just that external shit. Because that external shit, everything that glitters is not gold. Like SpongeBob said, listen, don't deceive yourselves. Don't deceive yourself. It said Lucifer was beautiful. They said Lucifer was beautiful. They said his music was immaculate, like it was like top level, okay? Doesn't matter how beautiful a melody might be. That doesn't mean the words, the spells, joint with that, right? Is healthy for your soul. Why must we be discerning as it pertains to beautiful things just as well as ugly, or so to speak, ugly things, right? The beautiful and the ugly. Why must we be discerning? Is because why would beauty not be used as a strategy to work against us? It's one of the simplest tricks in the book. It's like on Shrek Forever After when the ogres put out that plate of waffles to lure, the witches or whatever, or to trap the witches, and Donkey fell for it. Let's say something's put in place, that would easily lure, lustful, or greedy energies and stuff like that. You, as a divine being, as someone that's truly like of a good spirit, a good character, you have to be discerning of those traps and those snares, even if they're not initially laid out for you. You have to also be discerning of that. Because given the intention and the time, the place, the people behind the person, their intent behind making the waffles, right? Just like Shrek was kind of like his, like Donkey's like eyes in the moment, like his third eye, like really Donkey, like we're in the middle of the woods and there's just a random plate of fresh ass waffles. Really, bro? Like, and he was so consumed by gluttony at the time and his hunger. 'Cause it doesn't even have to be gluttony. His hunger, he was hungry. Okay? So you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable to eat, shit that you probably generally wouldn't eat when you hungry. Right? You're more susceptible to consuming some shit if you feel like if you've been purposely put in a place of people trying to alienate you, people trying to isolate you, people trying to make you trying to leave you out on purpose or make you feel like you're an annoyance, or whatever, and make you feel like you're unlovable on purpose. Would that not make you vulnerable to toxic love or allowing an energy in that appears like they're loving, they're gonna love you, P. Diddy energy type shit? Type shit. You got karmic family just popped out. Karmic family. Come on. Come on. If you had to be one of those people where your journey was, you didn't really have a family, right? You didn't feel like you had a family. You were estranged from your family. Your family treated you like, like the oddball, the black sheep, like they say. And so you have this strong desire for love that'll put you that would not only put you in a place of allowing karmic family to continue to have access to you, and you get caught on this roller coaster of trying to please them and be validated by them, be accepted by them, but that can also make you vulnerable to karmic ass friends, karmic lovers, put you in a place of possibly becoming desperate for love. That also makes you vulnerable to attacks, okay? You could lose your life like that. A lot of people have. A lot of people will continue to, unfortunately. But don't let it be you. You live and you learn, and you don't always have to learn directly from your life. You can learn from the lives around you, bro. See, you do the unexpected. The way you think is you got the reversal card. Something's reversing on some karmic family here. Something's reversing. I'm hearing something about you being a solid rock, or you landing on solid rock or something like that, on solid ground. Okay? The ideas that you guys think of, the manifestations, the aspirations, your goals, it's of the unexpected. And that's how you know it's from God. It ain't, and a lot of times it ain't no copycat shit. Da, 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 da. And if it is something in similarity, it's you're adding something to bring some type of improvement to a foundation, to a faulty foundation. You guys have the ability to see something and see the fractures, the cracks, how something may fall. Eventually, if this one little thing goes wrong, or if this thing happens one more time, or the slightest, this could crash and burn. But I also see a better alternative. I also see how this can be improved upon. This is the type of mentality that you guys have, and it doesn't just reflect in projects and these type of things, but also in the people that you care for, the people that you come in contact with. You have this type of perspective and perception that's in alignment with the divine. Regardless of what you believe or how you believe, how true certain stories are biblically, let's still talk about it, right? Let's talk about something that's unexpected, but it worked. Spitting on your hands and placing it on somebody's eyes and healing their blindness. Symbolically, This is how you guys operate when you're in alignment with the Most High God. The Most High will have you do things that to the people around you is like, what the hell is that supposed to do? What the fuck? We ain't never seen nobody do that shit. That shit don't even make sense. Are you crazy? Are you insane? Are you out of your mind? But it ended up working. Courage. You got the courage card. A coven, which is a war horn, represents diligence and preparedness for battle confirmation. This card indicates your ancestors are calling on you to cultivate courage as you're about to enter a battle or as you enter battles, whether it be spiritual, mental, or emotional. You are guided and protected from lower vibrational forces. And see, that's the unexpected too. You got entity attachments. That's the unexpected. You actually believe that you truly are protected from lower vibrational forces. Like you actually believe it. You actually believe it. You actually operate from a space of understanding that and of knowing that no matter what the fuck the situation look like in the moment, 10:55 on the clock right now. No matter the changes that's happening. I just heard leave room for God to be God. And why I wanted to say beguiled. But leave room for God to be God in all his mysteriousness and majesty. You may not know how the hell you going to get something done, how you going to achieve something, how you going to make it out of something, how is something going to work out. How is that possible? This is happening and this is happening. This don't usually happen if this is occurring, but God told me this and God said this. I'm hearing this. I'm getting confirmation, but it don't seem like it like because this happened. It don't seem like because that happened. Leave room for God to be God. Because God's understanding surpasses ours. Even when God endows us with understanding. So in all the understanding that you gather, you better make sure you're getting it from source, period. And that's going to always keep you a million steps ahead of these so-called fucking enemies and karmics. There's something here about herbalism that's significant. I don't know why I heard somebody, y'all got some karmic ass relatives or some karmic motherfuckers. They expecting you to just remain in some addict or addictive type of energy. They expected you to go back to some type of addictive behavior. They expected you to regress. Oh my God. But you got water therapy and balance. There's something about you purifying yourself or purifying your emotions. So let's talk about water. Let's talk about water. Yeah, we already know, how you can take spiritual baths and spiritual showers, and you can go to nature preserves and beaches and rivers and lakes, and that in itself is spiritually balancing and mentally healing and all those things. It's restorative, it's replenishing. We're aware of that. But if we're talking about how water resonates with ourselves, within ourselves, such as what's like some of the main waters that come out of our body, tears, you know, just let's just talk about it. Let's talk about our blood. Let's talk about our tears. Let's talk about our mucus, our saliva. Let's talk about all of it, right? In general. So when you're crying, when you cry, because we know there's this whole phenomena of suppression where if you try to fight back your tears, where do you immediately feel a discomfort or pain? In your throat chakra, the seat of expression, self-expression, right? So when you cry, when you weep, when you lament, right? That's a form of purification. It's one thing to resort to, okay, I'm dealing with this and this is hard and this is challenging and this is hurtful. I don't want to think about it, so I'm going to get high. I'm going to get high. I'm going to get drunk because I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I want to just drown it out. It's one thing to do that, and then it's another thing to just allow yourself to just feel whatever that is in a moment. Let yourself cry. Let yourself weep. Feel that discomfort, but allow that discomfort to fully express itself, to come out of you. Instead of you just allow it to store up within your sacral chakra, which creates blockages, which, especially for women, creates womb imbalances. Because your sacral chakra is your inner ocean. Your sacral waters. And the womb is also where a baby, grows and develops, and it feeds off the mother. So imagine if you not allowing yourself to purify yourself from, emotions and things of that nature, and you just suppressing it, and then you conceive a child and your child is just festering in that polluted body of water. If we really gonna talk about generational curses and patterns, toxic patterns and stuff like that, why is there such thing as alcohol fetal syndrome? Why is there such thing? It's not that far from, toxic emotions. It's not that far from it. Because when your body is trying to repel something, when your body is trying to expel something, when you vomit, when you throw up, when you poop, whatever, that's because your body is rejecting it. It doesn't belong. It's not conducive to your body's harmony and flow. So your body is trying to rid itself of it. Why would you then suppress the emotions instead? Why would you do that? Why would you just hold it in there? So if you holding something in there that needs to come out that's not supposed to be there, what's going to happen? More than likely, it's going to intoxify your system. It's going to pollute something within you, whether that be body, mind, or soul, chakra, meridians. You got holes here. Holes vary from tears and blocks in the sense that they are designed to steal energy versus alter it. It's plain and simple. So the main goal is not to simply alter your energy. The whole point in trying these people trying to alter your energy is so they can steal it. That's the main goal. And like I've said many times before, difference between divine energy and satanic energy, the Most High is a creator. Satanic energy, Satan is not a creator. He's a thief. There's nothing original about him. There's nothing unpredictable about him. There's nothing unexpected about him. There's nothing mysterious about him. Nothing. He's a copycat. He's a copycat. He's a wannabe. He's literally what we see these people do all the time when they come in contact with somebody that's authentic. That is a manifestation of satanic energy when they try to steal and copy your shit. Because he's not a creator. They're not creators. They're not creative. They're not. It's one thing to be inspired and, replicate, with good intent, or put your own little spin on something, or, pay homage and honor and reverence, okay? Or extending something because it's a good plan, it's a good foundation, right? Why not further fortify that, right? That's one thing. But it's another thing to just try to hijack, somebody's energetic signature. It's another thing to try to hijack somebody's Akashic records. It's another thing to try to hijack, you know, someone's essence. That's a whole nother story. And then a lot of times, these people want to hijack that shit because of the benefits that come with it, so to speak, what you reap as a result of being who you are, being your authentic self, of being a divine feminine or masculine. That's really what they want to, they want a shortcut to reap the benefits and the blessings. That's what they want to do, so they mimic you. But see, the intent behind it is ill. It's of an ill intent. So why the fuck these people think it's going to render the same results as what you reap? Because if you sow deception, which they're sowing deception by trying to steal your shit, you're going to reap deception. So this is why a lot of people are caught up in self-deception. They're deceived. They're deceived. Anybody that deceives somebody with ill intent, they're deceived. Anybody that sows seeds of confusion is confused. Anybody that sows seeds of illusion and disillusion with ill intent are disillusioned and drifted by illusions, carried away by illusions, which explains why they stay in it longer than they should, which explains why they don't repent, they don't come out of it in time. They're confused. So do any of your enemies or do any of these karmics ever truly have the upper hand? Hell no. Not if you ask me. No. 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 Listen, relationships. This is a sign that whoever is sending you attacks is attempting to disrupt your relationships. Of course. Whether it be with the love interest, family member, friends, or your own children. Spiritual attacks on relationships are the most common and usually done out of jealousy. Of course. This can also indicate that the attacks could be someone you are in relation to or because of someone you are in relation with. Adaptability is here. You've grown too adaptable and dangerous. Well, I heard there's somebody on YouTube and they say one of their phrases is "stay dangerous." I don't know who that is, but yeah. But yeah, so you had, you know, you've been in relation with people where their karmic friends and relatives and family have attacked you because they was jealous of y'all's connection. They was jealous of the potential of the connection. They was jealous of you guys, of that relative or of that friend being able to reap the benefits of you, of being connected to you. So they wanted to attack you directly or attack them or the both of you or whoever was most vulnerable and susceptible to the attacks, trying to kill two birds with one stone type energy. Nothing unpredictable. Nothing unpredictable about these people's energy. Trauma transmutation is here. You transmuted this trauma because, yeah, it was hurtful, it was painful. And what I'm hearing too, once upon a time, these attacks did register. Why I was about to say resurrect. I was about to say resonate and resurrect. I feel like wanting to come out. But they did register as unexpected attacks once upon a time. With these people that you connected with, okay, these people that have some type of divine affinity to them, right? But then they feel vulnerable to their karmic relatives. They feel vulnerable to their karmic friends, okay? Due to a lack of trauma transmutation. Due to these people playing off the information that they are aware of about these people or the traumas that they are aware of these people's vulnerabilities, and using that against them. So yeah, you had people that you genuinely love and there was real love there. You had people where there was some unexpected, you know, endings or, you know, conflict or chaos or emotional turmoils because of the people that they still are connected to. Using their vulnerabilities or the moments where these people chose to be vulnerable with them, using that as a weapon of warfare against these people. playing on their mental, playing on their mind, and casting these, well, what ifs, and what if they do this, and what if this happens again, and you remember this, and you remember what such, trying to close these people's heart off to you. That's the main goal, to close people's heart off to you, close this person's heart, or cause you to close your heart off to this person. Why? To honestly, some people are genuinely satisfied, whether they get to experience it for themselves or not. Some people are genuinely satisfied with just you not being able to experience real love, you not being able to experience genuine happiness, and real friends and family, and success. They are genuinely satisfied with that, even if they still sitting in shit and sitting in mess, and they give up their opportunity of being able to experience genuine connections. Some people are so bitter and just adaptable. So spirit is showing me some people adapt to bullshit. Some people adapt to toxicity. Some people really become grounded and steadfast in the wrong shit. In adversity. And imagine your happy-go-lucky ass coming around them with that light energy, with hope and with faith. A goal and priority and aspiration to master balance, to actually address your mishaps and your behavioral imbalances, and actually wanting to transmute the trauma and be willing and open to have an open and honest and sound counsel conversation about it. Let's put it out there. Let's put it on the floor. Let's talk about it. Let's address it. Let's get real. Let's be real for real. I don't like this fake shit. I'm not about to be a part of this fake shit. I don't do that superficial shit. And it just makes life just so dull. Like, let's just keep it real. Let's keep it all the way real. So they want to get rid of people like us. They want to get rid of people like that. They want to get rid of people like that. Because it challenges them to step up to a plate that deep down they don't feel like they're capable of. They don't feel like they're capable of. And then you got a lot of people, again, so caught up in, wanting to be popular, wanting to be liked by, certain people that has material acuity, or, that look a certain type of way. So they'll be willing to degrade themselves or to stagnate themselves or their growth, their ascension, just to be accepted by some hollow ass beings with cute faces, or with money, with status. Yeah, choosing that over the Most High. Choosing that over true sustainable abundance. Not the illusion of abundance, not the illusion of wealth like a lot of people fall for. All right, you guys. This is a pretty long reading. You got the star card. We'll close it out with the star card. Good health, renewal, faith, spirituality, inspiration, and hope. Confirmation. Then you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician card and the World card. Come on now. And the Emperor is here. Queen of Pentacles. Comforts, practicality, financial security. The Magician, determined, resourceful, potential, transformative, transformation. The World card, completion, accomplishment, harmony, and achievement. The unexpected. Because these people really work hard, thinking that, look, now you got the King of Pentacles. Abundance, prosperity, security, wealth, and leadership. Leadership is here twice. And what's behind that? The Justice card. Clarity, truth, fairness, balance, and responsibility. Period. And these people really thought that this dedication, investment, this devotion of trying to deter you, or thinking that the strategy of overwhelming you with, listen, somebody thought they was going to overwhelm somebody back into toxic behaviors, toxic cycles, addictions. Mm. Woe is me energy, or being stuck in trying to gain approval and acceptance from family, from their parents, from others, from the masses. Somebody really was banking on that tower moment. Ooh, interesting. The moon reverse. Interesting. Page of Cups reverse. Interesting. Listen. And then you got the King of Wands. So you being motivational, you being motivated is a tower moment for somebody. You being this natural born leader and taking up the responsibility of embodying the traits and qualities and the edification, being teachable, truly being molded into this divine leader and divine leadership. You taking up the staff is a tower moment, is creating a tower moment for somebody here. It's putting somebody in fear. Somebody's confused because they misinterpreted something here. Yeah. Catastrophe. Oh my God, catastrophe. So you got Mars energy here, y'all. Somebody is at war with themselves. Somebody's at war with themselves about some type of achievement here or this victory. Are you remaining victorious? It don't matter if these individuals did work or did something here or maybe withheld from you. Because you got charity, sharing, giving. You got sharing here twice. Sharing wealth, generosity, and receiving with the Six of Pentacles card. Maybe somebody wanted to put you in a mind that nobody will help you, nobody will support you. You won't have, the proper support that you need when you need it. Well, unexpectedly, you do. But this is the Authentic Empress. Thank you guys for viewing. If this resonates with you, please do like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and share this with somebody who may need to hear this message. Thank you guys again for listening, and I will see you guys on the next video.